So the United States blew up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is the pipeline they just built to bring gas from Russia to Germany. And the United States blew it up, and they blew up the Nord Stream 1 and 2. And so what does this mean? This means that it's horrible for Europe. And we're going to come to, you want to talk about a winter of death that's coming up. It's coming up. Europe is in a big crisis. And I can't believe they're letting the United States do this. Putin just gave a speech where he challenged the other Western countries to stand up to the United States because you could see what they're doing. They're going to inflict unbelievable pain on Europe and Germany so that we could sell more liquefied natural gas to Europe. That's what this is. At the base of this, that's what this is about.
I'm amazed they're making it like you'd be like a 9/11 truther to say that America did it. As if, like, if the Twin Towers, before it happened, the president's like, we're going to knock down the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
And then everybody goes, well, how do you know? I don't know. For some reason, they said they were.
So here's Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State. The pipelines are blown up. Guess what? He thinks it's a good thing.
This is also a tremendous opportunity. It's a tremendous opportunity to, once and for all, remove the dependence on Russian energy, and thus to take away from Vladimir Putin the weaponization of energy as a means of advancing his imperial designs. That's very significant, and that offers tremendous strategic opportunity for the years to come. But meanwhile, we're determined to do everything we possibly can to make sure that the consequences of all of this are not borne by citizens in our countries, or for that matter, around the world. Ultimately.
Yeah, they're gonna do everything they can to make sure the consequences of this aren't felt by our citizens or allies, citizens across the world. And what they can do is tell you to shut up and stop complaining that you're cold this winter. That's what they will do.
Look, we're doing everything we can. It's not a lot or anything.
So he sees this as an opportunity. Isn't that weird that he sees this opportunity? It's like Putin couldn't get any crazier, right? He'd blow up his own pipeline, which just so happens to be a great opportunity for America.
See, Jimmy, this is why I keep telling you to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because you're being real poor dad right now about. Rich Dad says, hey, this is a great opportunity to make some money. Poor Dad's like, I'm freezing.
Boy, that Putin is really bad at chess, I bet you, huh? He thought he was screwing us, blowing up his own pipeline.
Either he is or we are. I don't know who.
No, this is a great opportunity. And we can only go by what we know for sure. Kurt, Putin sabotaged his own gas line. That's settled. Right?
Yeah, right?
That's settled. Now the question is, how do we make spilled natural gas into gas aid?
Yeah,
that's
gotta be moved forward.
Gotta move forward. And I think they used to call him Antony Sterile Lips. Did you know that? They used to call him that.
Anthony what lips?
Sterile, a.k.a. old sterile lips.
Stero?
Sterile.
Oh, sterile lips. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does have a very sterile lip, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Good government lips.
I like when a guy can egg on nuclear war without moving his teeth. That's what I liked about it.
This is also a tremendous opportunity. It's a tremendous opportunity to, once and for all, remove the...
It's a tremendous opportunity. It's a great opportunity. Hey, was that the word that you lost your second grade spelling bee on? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
This is also a tremendous opportunity. It's a tremendous opportunity to, once and for all, remove the dependence on Russian energy. And thus...
So that's what this is all about, dummies. If you didn't know already. This is now we're going to get Europe off. And I wish I could, if I was better at this, I would have gone back earlier today and found me saying exactly this. This is about the United States wanting to sell more liquefied natural gas to Europe. And that's exactly what this is about.
Wait, don't you think it's more likely, though, that it's really, we just really fight for freedom around the world, and just so happens we have a great opportunity here.
I mean, I was predicting I wasn't predicting. I was telling you that's what this is about. The whole Ukraine thing, and I mean, and they've been saying this for years. I had a video of Condoleezza Rice, which I had, and I forgot to put in the goddamn keynote.
We watched that, didn't we, recently? That
yes,
Condoleezza, yeah. Well, it's like Iraq. It's not. I mean, Colin Quinn, who's a really smart guy and has like good takes. At the time, I remember being like, it's not just for oil. Like that's how we all felt. Like we wouldn't do all this just for some oil.
Yes. What? What
and-
else would we do it for?
Yeah, and then
Kittens and bumblebees.
So I'm not smart enough to not fall for that. But after 20 years of noticing, you know, like just those whole wars, those were planned by people who don't smoke any pot.
That's right.
And that's the results they get.
Yeah.
Like they screen out the potheads,
Yeah.
and that's what they come up with. You don't think it might just been for oil? Like, anyway.
Just a coincidence that someone else blew up the pipeline, giving the United States a tremendous strategic opportunity. Someone else did it. What a great opportunity.
Do you think when Putin had them drawing those Z's on stuff, it's because he put on a mask like Zorro and does and fights the...
It's like Bob Dylan. Hey, I can't help it if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I can't help it if I'm lucky.
Let me answer the first question first. If
By the way, every day for Joe Biden is Halloween. Does he not look like he's wearing a mask of some sort? He's had so much fucking face work now.
He's beyond Kenny Rogers' eyes, which I would always say before. And he's well into like your Chainsaw Massacre when the guys just got the... It all ends up in the same
He's starting
spot.
to look like Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Yes, that's right. Well, I was thinking the guy in Halloween,
Yeah,
Michael Myers. Like he's wearing a
Jason.
Shatner mask. No, Jason's a hockey mask.
Oh, that's it. That's right.
It's the Halloween. Yes, Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is...
Yeah, that horrible mask was a Shatner mask that they spray painted. So
Oh.
that's what he looks like. He's wearing a horrible Biden mask from a
He
cheap
does.
Halloween store now. Like the hair is just like hanging off it sparsely.
Boy, the Boston Dynamic robots are really getting scary good. Am I right? Watch this.
Let me answer the first question first. If Russia invades, that means tanks are...
Who knew COVID treatments included chemical peels? Am I right? Come on.
Wait, do you think they took a robot out of Epcot and that's what we're looking
Yeah,
at?
that's what we're looking at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
troops crossing the border of Ukraine again, then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly? Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will. I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Now his arms, it's animatronic robot arms. You're right.
He's bringing back that old Nixon charm. Am I right? Come on. Huh? He's one step away from promising fire and fury.
Didn't Nixon get along with China, though?
Yes. So there's Antony Blinken. There's your Secretary of State. Just so happens it's a big freaking opportunity for us to sell more. See, at the beginning of the Ukraine war, we pointed out at this show, you can't believe how bad other shows are covering this, Ukraine. Of course, the Young Turks have their head up their ass completely. But even for the Saga and Rachel.
That's my favorite because you could see it dawning like the parts that's in. And so it's like people that it can't be that it's just that. Like it's not necessarily. I'm not saying necessarily they would be thinking literally. Could be though. Very could be. It's not Jimmy Dore can't be right all the way about. I'm not saying that. Okay. And by the way, I've said that many times, and I can't tell you how devastated I am that you have been right every time. I don't like it, and so, but that guy Saga, I talked to him, and like he can't like he can't like not a little bit acknowledge it because he's not like they're just like. I just talked to Randy Sklar the other night, the bar who's a thoughtful guy. It's all the same thing. Like it can't really be as bad.
It's worse than they think.
I know.
That's the thing that kills me. It's worse than people like that think.
It is. And it's
way
like,
worse. They think there's a difference between the fucking parties, Kurt.
Yep. No, I know.
They think Joe Biden isn't as bad.
I know.
That's what they think.
I feel like, I'm trying to explain to kids about Santa Claus, but what can you do?
I know Joe Biden's not going to give us health care and the wars. I hated it when Trump wasn't going to give us health care and the wars, but I like it when Joe Biden's not going to give us health care and the wars.
It's a little better.
I hated it when Trump wasn't going to give us student debt relief, but I like it when Joe Biden actually isn't going to give us student debt relief, even though he said so. I hated it when Trump was deporting Hispanics and building a wall. I like it when Joe Biden is building the wall and deporting Hispanics.
You know what it reminds me of?
I like it.
It reminds me of my friends that still have like TV and movie jobs that like they know inside that it's up, but they're not going to go all the way of like, screw this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that much, you know?
I mean, I hated it when Trump denied the $15 minimum wage, but I like it when Joe Biden does it.
Well,
I hated it when Trump was over funding the police and the military, but I like it when Joe Biden does
do you
it.
think it's because, this is why I feel the same way. And do you think it's because when Trump does it, you know it's a window into the evil of his soul? Whereas when Biden does it, you know that he's a good man inside. So you kind of want to, that's how I feel.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Sam Harris, I read a lot of his books and he really puts it in perspective for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Logically. He just perfect logic.
Yeah.
It's, double standards.
We got to nuke Iran eventually.
Eventually. By the way, I've been very skeptical of what's happening in Iran. Like I think that's all real. I think the people there are protesting and stuff like that.
Why? Because I know, I just did a show.
I was like, why now? Why now? And why is the United States all interested in it and covering it? Is this being spurred on by the CIA and all that stuff? And I'll guarantee you this is because so Iran and Russia and China are too close to each other.
Yeah, right.
And they've been, so I'm not saying that those aren't even organic protests. But
You can always put a little spice in them and make them a little more.
But why is the West covering it so intensely? Why
it's
are we
weird.
so and why and
Here's a weird one. Wait, ready? I was just on a friend's podcast that was not talking about this like that at all. They just like, is this a weird video? So all the Iranian women burning their hijabs. They've had it like burning your bra. The thing in the 60s, right? Big bonfire. By the way, that never happened, the bra burning, so that's weird. They're burning hijabs. They're all wearing masks. So he was pointing out, like, isn't this bizarre? That. And then as soon as I saw it, I go, oh, that's some kind of, I mean, come on, man. They're so upset about their freedom. Like, oh, but make sure we put our masks on for, are you kidding me? Because it's a good, it's for us to see here. Yeah. So we know, oh, look at, even these women fighting, they still wear masks. It's like insane. That's just so wrong. That
so
would be
it's
like
that.
Do
you think? So I see what you're saying. You're saying that someone is advising them to do that, so it would press a button on the liberals' hearts in America when they see it.
Yes. Either it's the go burn your hijabs, because that never really happened in America. It's a story people say happened. So I mean, someone's like, it'll be a good show, or
you mean burn your bras?
Right, but
that never happened.
Right,
but they are burning their hijabs, though.
Right, so I could say, hey, we're gonna organize, make this thing as a statement, or wear a mask. So you're, either way, there's something not natural about it to me. Something taint natural.
There's more to the story.
Yeah,
there's definitely more to this story. Virginia Beach, Richmond, Arlington, San Jose, Miami, West Palm Beach. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets and become a premium member while you're there.